Hi, and welcome to another weekly recap. So today I'm going to recap week 11, which starts from May 5, 2025 to May 9, 2025. So in this week, I didn't get any trades on this week. So let's jump into the boards and see what happened on this week and why I didn't get any trades on this week. So I know it's very disappointing to say that the last profit that I took was in the month of October. In the month of November to be precise. And after that, I was not able to catch any profits. There was some missed trades here and there, but I was not able to capitalize on them. So probably, I think I can include another pair into my arsenal. I need to cope up with my professional timings as well. So like I can't just go without any trades all week and just take some losers here and there. So I just need to take that extra risk, extra effort so that I can quickly achieve in get successful in trading and transition into a full-time trader. Yeah, this is gonna be, maybe you can expect an backtesting session of gold, or you can also expect live sessions, live weekly recaps of gold, so probably from the next week. So with that note, let me start with the charts. Let's start from May 5 from the daily chart. So from the daily perspective, we have the bullish boss in the daily and the price at chalk parish. But initially, I thought this was a internal range is liquidity sweep and the price will push down. But after 2 days passed, then I saw that okay, price is trying to break this low, probably form a deeper swing pullback, and then probably mitigate this extreme supply and then start to push up. So that is the expectation. So for now, this leg is my prime expectation. Let's forget about this leg. This is my prime expectation. So after the price chalk parish, we are having a very good supplies right here from which the price can react and then push the price down. So we can refine those supplies in the lower time frames. So jumping on to the 4-hour chart, so we are having so this is the entire swing structure. Yeah, start right from here to here. This is 4-hour swing structure. And internally, we are having the internal structures of the 4-hour chart. Here is this is where the price at chalk bearish, and there is a kind of equal lows that is being formed. So price can easily liquidate its equal lows and target, push further down. So this is the discount prices. So from the 4-hour perspective, also price can push down to mitigate into the discount prices, and also immediate price action is to take out the sell side liquidity, which is the supply holding the price. Probably this is the supply that is holding the price, and it has got multiple mitigations. So currently, I'm not. There is no particular area of value from which I can look for cells from the 4-hour chart. So this is where we are having H1 chart where we can look for cells. Here you go. From the H1 perspective, H1 is the swing structure is bullish, but since the daily and the 4-hour chart is supporting a bearish bias, I'm going to look for cells, expecting this low to be weak. Why this low is weak? Because we know that from here you know all this this is a sell side liquidity and all this forms a trend line liquidity, so this is a major sell side liquidity. So it that perspective this low becomes big, but apart from that, from the structure perspective, this is a strong low because this low at cost this low at cost a break of structure on the upside, which means we are truly expecting this low to hold. But since the daily is supporting a bearish bias, I'm just gonna stick with that and assume this is a weak low. So instead of having this large swing range, probably once the price takes out this low, then I can immediately, say this as my swing boss. So to maintain simplicity. So for now, I'm just gonna assume this is my weak low, weak swing low, and this is equal low, and the internal structure is still bearish. So I'm just gonna look to play the internal bearish structure. So that's the plan for today. And yeah, price took out the poison. So this was the PY actually, which I expected the price to mitigate and then chop bearish, but price took some buy sell liquidity and chop bearish, which is giving us a beautiful supply. Though it did not mitigate, but still, it's still valid. So here is the modified lid. So this is not actually a lid because um, the this candle actually closed below, but since from the lower time frames, if you see, so the pattern would be like strong push up, stripping the buy sell liquidity, and then push down. So suppose if this high is being liquidated, then a lot of people would be caught. I mean, a lot of people stop loss would be above that high. So if I'm able to catch hold of this liquidity, then market can push down to take out all the sell side liquidity below. So that is the plan for today at 10 at 10. So price had formed a bit of not a convincing LC2B, but it was convincing for me because it had some sell side liquidity on the first place and some more sell side liquidity below. So I was convinced. So once the price took out this pullback inducement, then I can look for sells. Price did not take out the sell side liquidity, but it just pushed through it and mitigated into the supply, which I expected the price to mitigate. But now I can't jump into the trade directly. I need to wait for a bearish shock, and which does it did not happen. Which did not. Yeah, actually, yeah. Either there are two possibilities. One is look for H1 bearish shock, or one more thing is M15 confirmation entries. So this was the M15 chalk line. So I waited for the M15 chalk to go up because I can't take directly. I can take like LC to A, but this is a very risky trade. Why? Because this POI it is not formed via sweep of liquidity and it has a kind of equal highs. So there is high chance that this POI could be invalidated. And I expected this POI got invalidated, and which means the price did not make in bullish eyeballs, but it has for the bullish eye, the internal eye is right here. It did not make it bullish eyeballs, but still it took out some major high and there is no supply above, which means prices eventually is gonna take out this bullish high to make out the eyeballs bullish. So this is the EOD. So no trades today. This is not a true eyeballs. The true eyeballs is right here, but for time being, I can consider this as the true eyeballs because this was the last supply which I expected the price to hold, above which there is no supply for which the price to react from. So obviously this high could be taken out. But remember we are having a lot of sell side liquidity. So price can this could be just a buy sell liquidity sweep and then the price can push down and take out all the sell side liquidity. We don't know yet. So that's why we are having the next day. Let's jump into May 6th and see what happened on this day. So the price is pretty much same in the daily time frame, same area of value. There is nothing much. So from the 4-hour perspective, We can see the price is bit of consolidating from between the highs and lows. So there is nothing much to discuss from the Quora perspective. You can see the large candles, bearish, bullish. There is nothing to discuss in the Quora chart. What we can see is a beautiful self-liquidating form. So moving on into the uh, which is again 4 hour chart. Okay. This is the H1 chart. So yesterday price took out the buy sell liquidity and pushed down and took out and chalk bearish. And again price chalk bullish. Probably this could be uh, a chalk bullish just to mitigate the green supply, and then price can push down, taking out all the sell the liquidity. Otherwise, it would be just a buy sell liquidity sweep, and then price can push down, making this a strong POR. So let's see. Here we go. Once the price chalk bullish, it continued and eventually now it officially did it no the chalk they did not make the high boss bullish, but still, we can expect the price to take out that high, having this inducement, and this is a very good POI, having inducement and having, did it flip it? No, it's not a flip zone, but this is a flip zone. So this is a flip zone for you. Yeah, this is a flip zone, and price actually flipped it. So, but there is another POI below, so this could act as an inducement for this POI. So this is a good probability POI. Around it can uh, work around 50 to 60%, but but keep the price, it makes an inducement right here. So this can work, almost 100%. So yeah, price made high was bullish, clear high was bullish. So now this high becomes weak, and this can be targeted. And so now all we can do is wait for the price to pull back and you know enter at uh, time oriented. So now I'm not expecting this POI. If this POI to be mitigated, I am satisfied if the price mitigates this POI because that's a long pullback to make. So it's just now it's just some waiting time, waiting game. At EOD price did not pull back, so tomorrow we can expect the price to get this POI and then continue the bullish run. So that's what the expectation for tomorrow. So let's see what happened on tomorrow. This is May 7, 2025. Here we go. Price, uh, made a strong push up, maybe to mitigate the supply and then again push down, or internal range liquidity, internal range liquidity sweep, and then push the price up to make some strong internal structure. There could be a lot of possibilities, but for now, what I can know is, price will mitigate into this supply and continue the bearish structure. This is what I can expect because the recent structure is bearish. So this is the defined supply in the 4-hour chart, and price is actually reacting to it. So actually, I can place sells because we are having, a sell side liquidity here, and this is a straight push up. At least price can take out this sell side liquidity below this low. So there is a lot of possibility that the price can come down at least for a short period. So that can be a quick in and out trade if I look for sells. So yeah, this is much more refined POI in the H1 chart. Here you go. There was some Asian highs right there, so I can expect to play if the price sweeps it. So I can look for some M15 confirmation entries or some H1 chalk if it happens. This would be a weak low and I can look the target. This would be my first target and this would be my second target. So as simple as that, right? Good. So what we said yesterday was we are expecting the price to push down, mitigate into this POI and continue the bullish structure. So now we are playing the internal pullback. We are expecting the price to make a pullback, so we are playing that pullback. So this is the kind of medium probability trade. But once the price reaches this POI, once the price aligns with the structure, so this is the high probability trade that we are talking about. But since we know that the price is going to come down, we can also look for sells. Suppose if you are trading multiple paths, you can avoid these kind of medium probability setups and play the setups which aligns with the swing factor. So here you go. Price swept the Asian highs and it also flipped this demand in the M15. So now we are having a clear confirmation entry to this 61.8. If the price mitigates this one, I can look for sells. Suppose if the price takes out this high, then this would be considered as an LC1. So in both cases, I'll be having a sells. So initially, price, uh, 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 yeah, 153. Actually, this was the New York Open. So I placed my trade right here with one pick displacement buffer, but there was no tag. Price came down again. It flipped the flip zone and then pushed up. So now since the price took out the lid, now I need to consider. But there is one more point. Price is coming off from a demand zone. Yeah, price is coming off from a demand zone. So we need to think whether this demand will hold or you know, this supply will hold. So that's a big question. So since two things can happen at a time, so I'm not willing to expect and lose my money. So I'll just wait for more confirmations and then look for sells. Look for buys or sells, whichever is applicable. So in this case, price push down and chalk bullish. So since the price had chalk bullish, so now we are having a confirmation that this is a valid supply because price has reached the discount, mitigated a demand and chalk bullish. So what else I want? A new POI, price mitigate into this and push them to take out the weak high. Simple. This is M15, I hope. Yeah, this is what one chart. By the time the price mitigated the POI, it was end of the day. I was not able to capitalize on this move. I'm not sure whether the price reacted to this POI and went above. We'll see that shortly in the next day. But for now, what I know is I didn't get any entry on this trade, which seemed to be a beautiful entry. So this is a major setback in H1, H1 swing trading. Your entries would be almost successful because you are trading H1, which is um, much more high time frame than M15. But you know, in if you're trading with H1, there would be merely 8 channels that you're gonna trade with. So you can't expect trades that often. Let's jump into May 8th and see what happened on this day. So the daily is pretty much on the same area of value and the 4 hour, the sell side liquidity is not yet taken, but now the price has pushed down with this supply being holding. So I can look for sells directly from this supply, aiming to target the sell side liquidity. Here we go. But in H1, we are not having a clear POI time or entry. Why? Because just a straight push up. I know this is a low resistance liquidity, which the price can takeout, and this is again forms the low resistance liquidity. But where will I time my entry? So this has struck liquidity, but this did not chalk bearish. So this is not actually BY. So the chalk bearish line is just here. So only if the price chalks bearish and pulls back, I can look to trade. That's as per my rules. I can't break it. So I know I know that the price is gonna come down. It's gonna take out the sell side liquidity, but still I'm not able to capitalize. Let's see if that happened or not. Yeah, it actually happened. Price took out the low resistance liquidity. The next target would be the sell side liquidity below, and eventually the price took out that also. I think. Yeah, price took out the sell side liquidity below, and then it started to push up. So now there is no point in looking for sells because all my sell side liquidity targets have been taken out. So now what I can do is wait for the confirmations to look for sales or buys. That's it. If the price flips this supply, then I can look for sales. If the price reacts to this one and chalk bearish, then I can look for sales targeting this low. As simple as that. So we come to EOD. So the price didn't move anywhere around. So we will know what happened. We know what happened to this PY the next day. So let's jump into yeah. And yeah, coming to confirmation entry, I wanted to play a confirmation entry. Probably, this was found because of news. So this low could be weak and this low could be targeted. So I just want to play the confirmation entry, but it did not occur within the session. So we was not able to enter. Look for any cells. So this is all about May 8th, Thursday. So let's jump into May 9th, Friday. So the daily has made another bearish flag. So this is a very good PY from which I can look for sales. I'll rather mark this PY in the 4-hour chart than in the daily. So here we go. This is the PY, but this is a large PY. We can refine this in the H1 chart. I'll do this in the H1 chart later. But what we know is the H4 at internally was bearish, so which means that the internal structure is holding. So we can expect the price to be in bearish till the price mitigates this PY or at least till the price takes out the mean till the price reaches the discount level. So this is the H1 chart. H1 is the swing structure is bearish and this is the huge H1 huge 4-hour supply. So this is the defined H1 PY within the 4-hour chart within the 4-hour supply. So here we go. So we can expect the price to mitigate into the 4-hour supply, stock bearish, and then we can look for sales targeting the week low. This is, a much more high probability trade, but we can also look for longs, expecting the price to make a deeper internal pullback. So here is the premium, here is the premium prices. Sorry. So what we can expect is, of the price at chop bullish. So this is a good PY. So I can look for buys from here if I get a confirmation entry or at LC1 because the range is very small. So I can look to place a quick in and out trade. So this is what my plan was. Did I get a trade? No. The price at chop bullish right here, but there was no lid and eventually yeah, this is the final structure. The price had chalk bullish right here. So this became the first lead, which did not mitigate. So this became the second lead. At least I expected the price to take out this and push up, but nothing happened. Price just pushed rapidly up and mitigated into the supply, extreme H1 supply. So what happened after that one? I'm not sure because at the end of the day, I didn't look into the charts and it just to give you a quick overview of what happened. So this is what happened. The price, uh, this is 1015 chart. So you can see there is no confirmation entry. There is a confirmation entry, but It's outside of the session, totally outside of the session. Cool. There is no confirmation entry yet, so we are still waiting for an entry. That's totally out of session. Let's not bother about that. For now, what I know is I didn't get any trades on this week. This week I played safe. I didn't miss any trades, so it's a good week. I played as per my plan. I didn't get into any FOMO, though. In on some days, I know that the price is gonna come down. Take out the sell and liquidity. I didn't jump into trades. You know, take any FOMO trades. I just stuck to my game plan and avoided FOMO trades. So that's great. That's great of me. But as I told you, like I can't sit here and wait for another trade and another losing trade. No, that's not gonna happen. So I think I can take some extra risk, put some extra effort, analyze one more pair, probably I think back tested. Probably that pair is gonna be gold or euro USD dollar, but probably it's gonna be gold because that's gold. It's highly predictable. For gold value always increases, so I can just look for long entries in gold whenever it happens. So avoid all those sells. Look only for longs when the entry plays out. So that makes it much more high probability to trade. Whereas GU and EU, they are volatile. They can decrease suddenly and they can increase rapidly as per the news and fundamentals. But gold, it will decrease in value, but eventually it will pick up and will eventually increase. So yeah, Uh, let's see how it goes on. So you can expect almost 75%. You can expect another pair from next week onwards. Yeah, that's it from my side. See you guys on the next weekly recap. Until then, cheers guys. Bye.